It was almost 1 a.m. when Ethan found an Airbnb deep in the mountains. The house looked beautiful, surrounded by a dark forest and a quiet lake. But there was something strange. The rent was only $30 per night. There were no reviews, not even one. Still, Ethan booked it. At 2 a.m., he finally arrived. As he stepped out of his car, he received a message from the host. "Welcome, Ethan. The key is under the flower pot." Ethan froze. He had never told the host his name. He found the key and opened the door. Another message appeared. "Whatever happens tonight, do not open the basement door." Ethan slowly entered the house. The door closed behind him. Then, from upstairs, he heard a little girl's voice whisper, "You finally came back." Ethan slowly walked upstairs. At the end of the hallway, there was a room with an old mirror. He stepped inside. Suddenly, his phone buzzed. Another message from the host. "I told you not to go upstairs." Ethan quickly turned around. Nobody was there. Then he looked back at the mirror. A little girl was standing directly behind him. She wore a white dress, and her long hair covered most of her face. Ethan turned around again. The girl was gone. Suddenly, something crashed downstairs. Ethan ran back down. His luggage was lying on the floor. Beside it was an old photograph. The same house. The same girl. On the back of the photo, there was a name. Emily, 2019. Then a voice whispered behind Ethan, "Why did you take my picture?" Ethan turned around. Nobody was there. But his phone camera had turned on by itself. On the screen, Emily was standing behind him. Part 3. The basement. Ethan ran toward the front door, but it wouldn't open. Then he heard a loud sound from downstairs. Bang! It was coming from the basement. Another bang. Bang! Bang! Then a girl's voice cried from behind the basement door. "Please, help me!" Ethan remembered the host's warning, but the crying continued. His phone suddenly received another message. The sender was Ethan. His own phone number. The message said, "Don't listen to her." Ethan stepped closer to the basement door. The girl screamed again. "Please, I'm still here!" Ethan finally opened the door. He slowly walked down the dark stairs. The walls were covered with photographs, pictures of dozens of people. Then Ethan saw the last photograph. It was a picture of him. Underneath it were 3 words. Next guest, Ethan. The date on the photograph was tonight. Part 4. The truth. Ethan ran out of the basement. Suddenly, someone knocked on the front door. Knock. 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 Ethan opened it. An old man was standing outside. He looked at Ethan and whispered, "You shouldn't have opened that door." Knock, knock, knock. Ethan opened it. An old man was standing outside. He looked at Ethan and whispered, "You shouldn't have opened that door." Ethan asked, "Who is Emily?" The old man became silent. Then he said, "Emily was my daughter." He explained that Emily had died in the basement 7 years ago. After her death, strange things began happening in the house. Guests started seeing Emily at night. Some saw her in the hallway, some saw her in mirrors, and some never came back. Ethan looked at the old man. "Then why are you renting this house?" The old man stared at him in confusion. Renting? Ethan showed him the Airbnb listing. The old man's face turned pale. "This house hasn't been listed on Airbnb for 7 years. Ethan looked at his phone. The listing had disappeared. Only one thing remained: the host's name. Emily. Then, a little girl's voice came from behind him. "Dad, why did you bring him here?" Ethan turned around. The old man was gone, and the basement door was wide open. Part 5. Check out? Never. Ethan ran outside, but the moment he opened the door, he was back inside the house. He tried again. The same thing happened. Every exit brought him back to the same room. Suddenly, all the lights went out. Emily's voice whispered through the darkness. "You can stay now." Ethan screamed. "What do you want from me?" Emily slowly appeared in front of him. Her eyes were completely black. Her face was twisted into an unnatural smile. She whispered, "I don't want anything." Ethan stepped backward. Emily smiled. "I just need someone to take my place." The next morning, police found Ethan's car outside the house. His luggage was still inside, but Ethan was gone. In the basement, they found a new photograph. Ethan was standing beside Emily. Under the picture, 4 words were written: "Thank you for staying." That same night, a new Airbnb listing appeared online. Beautiful mountain house, only $30 per night. No reviews, no guest history. Only one host name: Ethan. And the description said, "Check in anytime. Check out never." At exactly 2 a.m., the front door slowly opened, and from inside the darkness